Look at me for a moment. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to talk to your heart. Every single one of us in this room has carried failure. Some of you walked in tonight with a smile on your face. But behind that smile, there's a wound. A dream that didn't work out. A door that slammed shut. A voice that keeps whispering, "You're not enough." I know that pain because I've lived it too. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the end of your story. It's not your final chapter. It's the very soil where your strength, your resilience, your destiny can grow. And tonight, I want to show you how your failures can become the very thing that lifts you higher than you've ever been before. How many of you have failed? Don't raise your hands. Just sit with that question. How many of you have put your heart into something, tried with everything you had, and still fell flat? How many of you walked out of a room, out of a situation with your head down thinking, "I wasn't enough"? I've been there. Oh, I've been there more times than I can count. And here's the truth I want to give you tonight. Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better. That's not just a quote. That's a way of life. That's survival. That's growth. That's what separates the ones who dream from the ones who do. See, people think failure is a sign to quit. They think it's proof that you're not cut out for it. But failure isn't the period at the end of your sentence. It's the comma in the middle of your story. It's not the end. It's the teacher. It's the hammer that shapes the steel. And if you can look at failure through the right lens, it won't destroy you. It will develop you. Let me tell you something from my own journey. When I was a young actor, I faced rejection after rejection. I'd walk into auditions with hope in my heart, and I'd walk out with another no echoing in my ears. Sometimes it wasn't even a no. It was silence. It was that look from across the table that said, "You don't belong here." I went home some nights questioning everything. Maybe they were right. Maybe I wasn't talented enough. Maybe I didn't have what it took. But here's what life taught me. Those failures weren't the end. They were the fire. They were the preparation. They were God's way of saying, "Not yet, son. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep failing forward." Because failure has a strange way of humbling you, breaking you down, but also building you back stronger if you let it. Failure strips away the ego, the arrogance, the illusion that success should be easy. And what's left when you strip it all away is hunger, desire, discipline. You ever notice something? Children don't learn to walk without falling. They stumble, they cry, they fall again. But do they quit? No. They get back up, shaky legs and all, until walking becomes natural and later running becomes natural. That's how life works. You fall, you fail, you learn, you rise, you fail again, but you rise better. Some of you in this room are carrying the weight of failure right now. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's a dream that hasn't come true. Maybe it's a relationship that broke your heart. Maybe it's your own voice telling you you're not enough. And tonight, I came here to tell you, failure doesn't define you. It refines you. There's a difference between being knocked down and being knocked out. If you're still breathing, if you're still here, if your heart is still beating, then you're not finished. You've still got more rounds to fight. Let me make this real. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Can you imagine if he had quit after the first 100 tries, the first 500, the first 900? We'd still be in the dark. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players in history, got cut from his high school basketball team. Cut, rejected, and he said that failure fueled him. It made him train harder, push further, become better. So what about you? What's your failure teaching you right now? Because it's trying to teach you something. Every no carries a lesson. Every disappointment carries wisdom. Every heartbreak carries growth. But you've got to be willing to lean into it, not run from it. See, the problem is not that we fail. The problem is that we think failure is final. We mistake a season for a sentence. But life is bigger than that. God is bigger than that. You are bigger than that. You got to reframe it. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every success story you admire, every person you look up to, every champion you respect, they all have one thing in common. They failed over and over again. And what made them great was not the absence of failure. It was the persistence to rise after it. Now, let me talk to you about failing better. What does that mean? It means learning from a stumble. It means carrying wisdom into the next attempt. It means you don't make the same mistake twice. You fail forward. You fail upward. You fail with purpose. And every time you do, you're climbing closer to the victory that's waiting on the other side. When you fall, ask yourself, what did this teach me? Did it teach me patience? Did it teach me humility? Did it teach me that I need to prepare better, work harder, focus deeper? Did it teach me who's really in my corner and who's not? Did it teach me that sometimes God's delay is not his denial? Because if you can take the lesson, if you can squeeze the wisdom out of the failure, then every fall becomes a stepping stone. And by the time you reach the top, you'll realize it wasn't the victories that shaped you. It was the failures. It wasn't the applause that grew you. It was the silence. It wasn't the open doors that defined you. It was the ones that shut in your face. And here's the beauty of it all. When you look back, you won't regret the failures. You'll thank them. You'll thank the rejections, the heartbreaks. And here's the beauty of it all. When you look back, you won't regret the failures. You'll thank them. You'll thank the rejections, the heartbreaks, the nights you cried yourself to sleep. Because without them, you wouldn't be who you are. Without them, you wouldn't have the strength, the resilience, the character to carry the blessing when it finally arrived. So tonight, I want to leave you with this. Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again, fail better. That's not just a philosophy. That's survival. That's how you make it in this world. That's how you rise when life tries to bury you. That's how you keep walking when the road is rough and the night is long. So don't quit. Don't let failure scare you. Don't let it silence your dream. Stand tall, even when your knees are shaking. Walk forward, even when your feet are heavy. Try again, fail again. And when you do, fail better. Because one day you'll look back and see that every failure was the hand of God preparing you for the life you were born to live. God bless you.